UNA softball opened up the 2019 campaign with a perfect 3-0 record last week. We'll catch up with UNA head softball coach Ashley Cozart. And Coach Cozart, the Division I era opened up with a win over UAB, a tight 1-0 win. Megan Garst, a 4-hit shutout effort. Hannah Schallenberger, a 2-hit day. She drove in the go-ahead run. Two familiar faces getting it done, but in a year of that first Division I softball win, how did that feel?
It felt great. You know, the atmosphere was just so electric. The energy was great. UAB has just rich in softball history. They've got great facilities, amazing crowd, a lot of purple in the stands, which I loved. And so it was just an amazing experience for our girls, but to come out with a win, it meant a lot for our program.
You guys followed that up with 2 wins over Alcorn State, winning game 1, 6-4, game 2, 8-0. Those 2 games, what did you see from your team?
You know, we've got a lot to improve on, but again, I'm proud of how we're approaching every game. We've got really good energy. We go into every game not scared, but just ready. And so we scored early in both of those games, which I was really happy with. You know, we only had the one score in the UAB game, but we turned it around against Alcorn and again scored early. I think we scored 2 the first game and then 1, and then we scored every inning after that in the second game. So that was what I was most proud of. The first game against Alcorn, it was freezing cold. I think 18-mile-an-hour winds, and so just kind of a cold, ugly day, but again, glad to come out with 2 wins from that.
UNA goes 3-0 to open up the season, and the Lions also pick up their first ASUM Player of the Week honor in freshman right fielder Lexi Harper, 6 for 12 in the 3 ball games, a .500 batting average. How good was the freshman in the first week of play? Lexi
was amazing. You know, it's a big stage for a freshman, and Lexi worked so hard, and I knew she could be this good, just wasn't sure right away. But again, she came out blazing against UAB. I mean, she hit a ground ball to the first base and got on. I mean, she's just so fast. And then against Alcorn, she just did the same thing. She was able to steal some bases, score some runs for us, so she was a huge part of our success in the 3-0.
Next up, the UNA softball team heads down to Montgomery for a tournament at Alabama State. Jacksonville State, Alabama State amongst the teams you will see. What do you expect this weekend?
Well, it's a lot of tough teams. You know, we open up with Jacksonville State on Friday at 12 o'clock. One of probably the best programs in Alabama. So they're going to come out. They're going to be really tough. Great competition for us. It's going to be good for us. Then we got Alabama State that night at their place. They're usually top in the SWAC. They're going to be a really good team. And then the next day we've got UT Martin and Purdue Fort Wayne. So we've got to come in, again, take each game just one day at a time, one game at a time, and just have that focus that we've been having.
UNA softball back at it this weekend. Be sure and visit roarlions.com for all your UNA softball updates.